Hello friends, welcome back. Today we are here to watch season 4 episode 17 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It is called Superstar. I feel like my prediction in the last episode, I think I vividly remember mentioning Cordelia, because when I think of Superstar, I think of Cordelia, right? But it doesn't feel like we're in a crossover place, even though I feel like I say that every time we're in a crossover. So I don't actually think it's Cordelia, but I do for some reason have a strong feeling that it's a woman. I don't see Willow as a superstar at all. So that leads me to Buffy. Plot twist. They all find out that she's the Slayer and now she becomes their superstar. Kind of like, you know how like the Marvel people, everybody knows that they're the Avengers or whatever? That seems very wrong. We are finally in the midpoint of Buffy, which is like, it's such a crazy feeling, guys. I made the calculations, so maybe I'm wrong, because I shouldn't be trusted with math. I might have spiraled into like a little bit of a breakdown of like, oh my god, I don't want this show to be over, how am I halfway done with it? And like, it was not super pretty. A part of me feels happy that I've made it like halfway into this story and into this journey, but then the fact that I only have, that like from now on I only have less than what I have already watched is just a really upsetting concept. And now that I'm talking about it again, I'm already bumming myself out again. So something that didn't help put me in this place was that I was thinking a lot about Tillo for some reason. I don't know, very unusual of me. I love this place that they're in and their relationship so much that I almost wish I could stay in this place forever. But it's fine. I'm doing fine. I'm talking myself out of watching this episode right now, but I'm totally fine. We are 5 episodes away from season 5. I gotta start planning the party. We are literally throwing a party in my channel when I reach season 5. This is not an exaggeration. I am like as pumped as I could possibly get for season 5, and now it actually is starting to feel super duper close. At the same time, I don't want season 4 to be over. I don't want to get close to the end. So I'm doing great. I've tried putting my flag into retirement for a little while, because otherwise I'd be using it way too much in these previous episodes because of all the Tillo. But for this episode, it has to come back right now, because we have finally talked about Tara and Willow in a romantic way. I feel like this is a confirmation for the audience, which makes me think that they're gonna discuss their relationship soon. Is it gonna be this episode? I don't know. But I am fucking ready for this. I do think that Tara seems like the kind of person that's gonna wait for Willow to bring up the talk, and I'm really excited about that. Based on her conversation with Faith, I do think that Tara is like fully aware of what's happening, but I also think that she is fully aware that Willow is not aware yet. So I think Tara is like giving Willow her time, which I absolutely adore, by the way. She's like not pressuring her. She's gonna let like her come to the realization on her own, and I am like so damn excited for this. And also, is this episode a little bit too soon to start begging for Faith again? I'm asking for a friend, not for me. I would never. I don't beg for characters who haven't showed up in a while. Come back to me, darling Drusilla Faith. We should head into the episode. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoy, and leave the like, subscribe, all those things that I always forget to say. Leave them. Thank you. And let's do it! Oh! Oh yeah, that was a good throw.
Where's the other one?
I love this. This feels so like early season. Adam. Mr. Sir Adam. That's not Mr. Sir Adam.
We have a problem.
Who the fuck?
Sounds like you could use my help.
I'm confused. Oh! What the fuck?
Can you open this?
No, I tear it and it gets all sloshy.
I'm confused as hell.
I wouldn't ask, but...
Hey, don't worry about it. Nest full of vampires, you come get me. Okay. Box full of puppies, that's more of a judgment call. Hit me!
You got me.
I truly could not tell you what's happening.
Hey, Jonathan, over here. Quick photo, please.
Okay. This is Dreamland, alternative universe. What are we talking about?
We knocked him deader.
He's still pretty dangerous.
Yeah, back off, Betty.
It's Buffy. You big bleached stupid guy.
Spike, you're the worst type of scum. The second you're back to your old tricks, well, let's just say before you even sniff out your first victim, you'll be pretty indistinguishable from...
He's so
What should we
small
say?
compared to Spike.
instant soup mix.
Have fun. Admit it. Living the Scooby life.
I was going for a kind of stoic bravery. But yeah, and it was exciting with the ceiling coming in and everything.
Oh, that's a cute one. And Buffy, she was okay? I kind of meant personally. And that whole thing with Faith, that pretty much freaked me out, and I was just sensing it from a distance.
Oh, well, yeah.
Tara's so
I remember
cute.
the whole Riley sleeping with Faith thing.
I hope they'll be okay.
What the
I'm sure
fuck?
it'll blow over. They're probably all with the smoochies right now.
What the actual
You must be feeling
fuck?
better.
Does he have a Jonathan poster? What? What is happening? Is this Ethan Rain? Did Ethan Rain do a spell?
Buffy, if there's any part of you that's blaming Riley for what happened, it seems like there's a part of you that needs to forgive him.
That's actually kind of true.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I just want to understand what the fuck is happening. Please, God, give me answers.
Recovery of the hostile known as Adam is our first and most important job. To this end, I've asked our tactical consultant here to address us today.
Why is his face like
Mr.
that?
Levinson.
Thank you, Colonel.
It's about time we brought out the big guns.
It's here. The design attempts to hide it, but I believe that there's a small reservoir of uranium-235.
Sir, how long will it last?
Essentially forever.
Oh,
It also means that cutting off his
fun.
head is useless.
Oh,
Killing
great.
Adam means annihilating him completely. But first we have to find him.
Oh, this is exactly like the Jonathan Buffy dancing with a big guy. That is the prom right there. Fuck.
I just want to say I'm sorry. But it's only you that I want.
I know. I know all of that.
You do? Since when?
Since you put your arms around me.
This is reminding me so much of Bangel. I'm going through something internally.
Oh. This is a clue.
Jonathan?
I've heard of this. It's not a demon, just a monster. Not much more than an animal. It sticks to the woods. Doesn't come near populated areas.
But it did this time, it might again. Maybe we should patrol.
If you want me to mobilize the squad.
Actually, I think Karen simply startled it. Probably more afraid of you than you were of it.
Jonathan,
I'll patrol, but you don't need to worry about it. I can handle
what
it
are
on
we
my
doing?
own. Now, let's see about getting Karen a ride home.
Jonathan is Jonathan. Look.
These are lies. None of this is real. The world has been changed.
Thank
It's
you.
intriguing, but it's wrong.
Thank you.
Feels okay.
Adam, voice of
You're under
reason.
his spell just like the others. I seem to be the only one who's not.
Really?
Go
What makes you
Adam.
so special?
Let's go, Big
I'm
Bad.
aware. I know every molecule of myself and everything around me. No one, no human, no demon, has ever been as awake and alive as I am. You are all just shadows.
Oh, Tara, don't get in danger. Oh, Tara, I'm asking so nicely. Please don't put yourself in danger. Fuck my life. Fuck my life. Fuck my life. Nobody touch Tara. Fuck you! Oh my god. Oh my god, is she trying to do a spell? Not a smell. Oh my god, Tara, you evil genius! Not evil. I don't know why I said that. Ah! Just, okay. Smart.
You're not going away. Why aren't you going away? Well, I was kind of hoping to look at some of Xander's stuff.
Oh.
Oh. Sure. Come on in. Make yourself at home. And so on.
I thought she was gonna ask for Anya's help, but go through his stuff?
I'm not entirely sure that we can trust our memories. Anya, tell them about the alternate universes.
Oh, okay. Say you really like shrimp a lot. Or you could say you don't like shrimp at all. Blah, I wish there weren't any shrimp, you'd say to yourself.
Stop, you're saying it wrong. I think that Jonathan may be doing something so that he's manipulating the world and we're all like his pawns.
Or prawns.
Stop with the shrimp. I am trying to do something here.
Of course, but I think you may be a little out of your depth.
I'm starting to know this girl pretty well.
Aww.
And I think she sees things that the rest of us don't. I think for once, we should follow her lead.
Aw, yes. Thank you, Mr. Riley, sir.
Okay.
Someday, sweet Slayer, I would love to take you on. See you face the evil alone for once.
That's enough of the creepy small talk.
Hey, I found the mark. It's part of an augmentation spell. Jonathan did an augmentation spell.
What, did he have, you know?
Him. And how we see him. This spell turns the sorcerer into a sort of paragon. The best of everything. Everyone's ideal. But there's a drawback.
A drawback?
That happens a lot. Yes, in order to balance the new force of good, the spell has to create the opposing force of evil. Worst of everything, everyone's nightmare.
You created the monster.
Oh.
Fall down there and be dead for a while.
Yeah. Don't want that to happen.
Oh, you fucking bitch. Don't you even think about it. What the fuck, Jonathan? You would never.
Come on. We've got a monster.
Shit.
I remember this. It's good.
Yeah! Buffy! Oh. Okay.
Why did you do it anyway? No. I get why. How?
Well, after the thing with the bell tower and the gun, I went to counseling, other kids with problems, and one of them had this spell. He glossed right over the monster. Well, anyway, I just wanted to apologize.
Things are complicated. They take time and work.
Yeah. Right. Hey, Buffy. What you have is really complicated. But it's worth it. I think that's what I said.
Somebody give this boy a hug.
Jonathan.
That was an amazing ending. Let's talk a little bit about everything that happened this episode. Slightly unexpected, I have to say. I didn't ever think we were gonna see Jonathan again. And it felt kind of heartwarming. I don't know why this is the first thing that I want to say, but it is number one in my mind right now for some reason. They're definitely setting up Spike and Buffy again. And it's getting a lot. I mean, I figured that they would start setting them up a while before anything actually happens, but right now Buffy is like happy with Riley, and they were making so many Bangel parallels, which I will be discussing in a minute, but then also her chemistry with Spike yet again, like they are very touchy, like their banter, it's very flirtatious. It feels absurd because it feels like they're really leaning into the romance in a moment where I would have not expected, because they're like enemies. And yet the writers have found already like 3 separate times where they have been able to have sort of flirtatious moments. So this is really interesting because I thought Riley was going to stick around for like a while, you know, because originally I thought he was going to leave at the end of season 4, but now he feels a little bit too interconnected to this story as more than just a love interest, or as more than just the initiative, actually. I feel like now he feels like he could last more, and so I wasn't expecting us to lose him anytime soon, but at the same time, the fact that they seem to be setting up Buffy, I feel like my brain is kind of like trying to catch up and being like, wait, what's happening? And also the Bangel parallels, I have to talk about this. That scene at the Bronze where she was dancing with him, you cannot convince me that that was not a parallel to the scene in the prom. The fact that, you know, they were like, no, we're not going to talk, we're just going to dance, which is sort of exactly what happened at the prom, right? Because she knew that he was going to have to leave, and they were like, no, we're not going to talk about that, we're going to enjoy the moment. And I feel like they even hid Riley's faces in many shots to a point where it was literally the same shot as the prom. And I try really hard not to fall back into my Bangel feelings because I want to be able to enjoy Buffy and Riley, and I feel like in most cases I do. But when they pull a stunt like this, it makes it very hard for me to control my feelings, because I feel like the only thing I can think about is like, oh god, is Buffy still hung up on Angel? Because I know he's hung up on her. I feel like they were talking about 3 different Buffy ships in one episode, and I feel like I am in a state of profound confusion because obviously you guys know I absolutely love Bangel. I have been really enjoying Buffy and Riley, and at the same time, I am extremely excited for Buffy and Spike, because I can totally see that potential too. But seeing Jonathan again, we were talking about how that was fun. I like the ending scene where it was just Buffy and Jonathan. That's very Buffy-ish, you know, the conclusion to the episode. I guess similar to Earshot, it reminded me a little bit of that vibe of both of them having an actual genuine talk. And I feel bad for Jonathan, because has he been at UC Sunnydale the whole time and we just haven't seen them? Because if so, that's actually kind of sad, because I feel like if he was in the same university as Buffy, we should have at least seen him, like, waving hi, or, like, they should have run into him at some sort of, like, class or party or, like, anything at all. But I guess this goes to show that he's, like, low-key to a point where sometimes people don't notice him, which is really sad. And I feel like it's very understandable what he did. But it's kind of frustrating, though. I can completely understand him wanting to be this superstar and him, you know, wanting to do all this, but it's also frustrating that he actually went ahead and did it. Here I am trying to analyze my thoughts again. I don't know why it kind of bothers me, but I guess it just does, because it feels like he's hanging on to something that's not a reality, and I guess that just frustrates me a little, but I think that is the point of it. I like that it seems to bring back a vibe from these earlier seasons in a way. Like, for example, Jonathan's office really reminded me of the mayor's office for a second. The intro also really gave me a season 2 to 3 vibe, in the sense of it starting off with Buffy sort of like in the cemetery trying to hunt some sort of vampire, and the squad helping her. That's something we've seen so many times in these earlier seasons, and so I feel like that really put me back in that place. And so that was a good sort of setup for Jonathan. I feel like I also got that vibe when we saw Willow doing hacking again. Every time she does that, I'm like, you're trying to tell me something. Like, this is the second time we've seen her hack, and I feel like these writers are trying to tell me something. My brain is open. Send me the message. I'm gonna get it. She has been so focused on witchcraft, especially since Tara appeared. They've been going, like, really into witchcraft. She has been very powerful. And so the fact that she's not going 100% into that direction, the fact that they're still bringing in some hacking things, makes me feel like this could be a setup for a future episode, a future storyline, a future something. I'm paying attention, Willow. You're trying to tell me something, and I'm paying attention. I guess we should talk a little bit about Miss Tara. She was trying to fight against the monster by making a spell. That was so genius. Like, Tara, honestly, I wanted to just sit down and clap, because that was really big brain alert of hers, because I feel like most people in the heat of the moment would just try and run away or would try to like physically save herself. But I think the fact that she was trying to recite the poem while she was backing away, that was really smart. That was really great. And I want to see more of that. I want to see if Tara and Willow will be able to become really sort of good and in a way like not invincible, but I want to see if they're going to be able to become very, very powerful because of that. Because it feels like they're doing a lot in regards to magic, and I want to know how deep they can get into that, because it feels like if they really continue training and doing what they're doing, they're going to become unstoppable. And I am just here to fucking see it. But the fact that Tara seems to really care about Buffy and has already helped her so much makes me think that this could be a really good friendship. So I'm excited. I want to see that friendship develop. Just like I want to see Buffy and Anya's friendship. This was something really fun from this episode that I wasn't really expecting. I feel like Anya can definitely be some help, like she was this episode with the whole shrimps and alternate realities and those kind of things. I feel like it's good when they remind us. Oh yeah, they did remind us yet again that Anya is an ex-demon. I still feel like they're gonna do something with that. I'm still feeling a storyline. I'm paying attention. Willow and hacking, Anya ex-demon. I got you, Buffy writers. I see what you're doing. Another thing that stood out to me this episode was in regards to Riley and the initiative, because he was in the initiative. And that was a little bit weird, because to me, kind of felt like he broke up with the initiative after everything that happened with Maggie, after him disagreeing with Forrest and being like, no, I'm out of here, I'm not going to stay in this hospital. I felt like, to me, that was a goodbye initiative, this is me saying bye. And so seeing him in the initiative this episode threw me off a little, because I didn't expect him to be going back in there. And I don't know if this was just like sort of a plot point because of Jonathan, and because they wanted Jonathan to come into the initiative, but to me, I thought we were sort of done with Riley being a part of the initiative, and I don't understand why Buffy would be okay with that. I remember I had a theory for like 5 seconds that Riley could be like an inside man and actually spying on Buffy for the initiative, and I have to say that if in the next episode he is still in the initiative headquarters, then I'm gonna have to believe my fucking dumbass theory. Because that's gotta mean that he's like an inside man and that he's actually working with Forrest and stuff, because I don't see why he would want to be in that place. I know that it's hard to leave because that's everything that he has been raised on, that's all he believes, but at the same time, the curtain has fallen, he has seen the truth, and so now I feel like leaving is the next logical step. But we'll see. You know, just sort of Buffy blaming Riley for not recognizing that it wasn't her through the eyes, but then they were like, nah, but how could he have known? But then that reminded me of what they set up in A New Man, where Buffy looked into Jalis's eyes and knew that it was him, and I was like, well, shit. Like, that can't be good, because they set that up just a little while ago, and I vividly remember it was the eyes. They focused on the fact that it was the eyes that were like the window to the soul and told her the truth about who it was. And so that made me a little bit concerned for Buffy and Riley. Even if she's not saying it exactly, I do think that that might be something that she's gonna hold against him, and I don't love that. That makes me sad. Something that like came to my head when Willow was sort of taking care of Tara is, I wonder if seeing Tara get hurt is what makes Willow realize that, like, wait, I think I actually might have feelings for her. So if I don't burst, I am so excited to be able to see that scene. And I feel like they were also setting them up as a romance by the fact that in the bronze, they were all sitting next to their, because it was Riley and Buffy, it was Anya and Xander, and it was Tara and Willow. See what you're doing there, Buffy writers. I have already understood the memo like a while ago, so we can go to the next step. The last thing that I was going to talk about this episode is Mr. Adam, Sir of the Big Bads. Interesting. So he's still working with the vampires. Cool. Wasn't sure if they were going to hang around that much, but it feels like they will. So it feels like now our big bad is not just Adam, it's Adam and the vampires. which in no way sounds like a band name or anything like that. I feel like this is the exact episode that has all the potential to take you away of the main storyline for an episode. But no, they were able to include Adam, and they were able to include him in a really smooth way and give us new information about him. The fact that he seems to be sort of invincible. So yes, number one clue for the person being a big bad, they're invincible. So yes, not great that you can decapitate him and he still seems to be alive, but I'm sure Buffandra will find a way around it. But it's good to know more about him, and the fact that there seems to be something close to like his heart or so. That's gonna be what they're gonna be able to use like to defeat him. So okay, like it's good information. I like to know more about Adam because it makes me feel more confident about us defeating him. Plus, it was really fun that he was not affected and he actually knew the truth. I wonder why. Please tell me magic works on him. What if he's immune to whatever Buffy and Tara can try and do against him? That would be bad. That would be really bad. I'm not gonna let my mind go there. So the name of the next episode is Where the Wild Things Are. Holy fucking shit, is Oz gonna be back? I'm not gonna fall into the delusion. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it, except this has to be an Oz title. Because the episode he leaves is Wild at Heart, and so Where the Wild Things Are, it's where he is. Please, 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 please tell me this is an Oz episode. Holy shit. That's gonna have to be my prediction. We find out where Oz is. I don't know if they actively go looking for him because they need something, or if he just sort of stops by. But my prediction would have to be that it's an Oz episode and we get to see what he's been up to. And I don't think he's coming back into the story, but I do think that we could definitely work around an episode of him being back for an episode, kind of like what just happened to Faith and Jonathan, even though Faith was 2, but you know what I mean. Stay tuned to find out what the hell happens if Mr. Oz is coming back and how that could work for Tara and Willow. That would be really interesting. Can you imagine if Oz sees that and he's like, oh, very interesting, Willow, and she's gonna be like, wait, what? Oh my god, so much could happen. So much could happen. And it's not going to. It's okay. I have to keep my expectations at bay. Everything's fine. Oz is not coming back. And the next episode is just going to be an okay episode. Everything's okay. I'm fine. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you all had fun. I'm going to see you all in the next episode, where we will hopefully reunite with Mr. Oz of the Werewolves. Bye bye. Have a great day, everybody.